I don't want to forget someone else we lost this year, Mr. Bobby Alonso. He made several trips to Phoenix. He was a great guy, great ball player, and he was so amazing. You know, when we started calling this league men's senior baseball league, that always bothered me. And it was the word senior. Because it connotated beer belly, bald hair, softball kind of looking guys. And if you look around tonight, that was always my thing. I wasn't a very good ball player, but I loved to manage. And I always appreciated talent. And to look around at some of these guys, my thought usually was, my God, if this guy can do that at 40, what the hell was he like when he was 18, 19, or 20? It's been a sincere pleasure, even though I left the league in 2000, to watch you guys perform. You know what I mean. You're all out there. Okay, congratulations to all the inductees. And I've been selected to introduce Mr. Nelson Randolph. Some of this stuff is in the book. Some of this stuff is in the book, but I took a few notes, some research I did, because there were some things about Nelly even I didn't know. From 1979 to 1980, Nelly played at Sacramento City College, and he led the team in stolen bases and doubles, and was voted the most inspirational player. 1983 to 89, he played semi-pro ball with the Davis Red Sox. From 89 to 93, he coached Little League and Babe Ruth League teams. In 1990, he began playing in the Woodland Davis League, and was a fixture on the League All-Star teams. 91 and 92, he played in Orlando, Florida, the MSBL World Series there, compiling a 400 batting average. That number 400 seems to stick out in your career. He didn't believe this 300 stuff. In 1993, he made his first of many trips to the Phoenix MSBL World Series tournament. In 94, he joined the Sacramento Orioles of the SMSBL and was consistently amongst the team leaders in all offensive categories. And I want to mention too that my Giants had some great games with those Orioles, and we respected them highly, the likes of some of them are in the room today, Gary Stolberg and Ellie himself, and they were fun games, just like when we played the games. They had great talent, and it was always a challenge. From 94 to 96, Nelly was the Kennedy High School varsity baseball coach. I really didn't know that. From 96 to 98, Nelly was a member of SMSBL's 40-plus National Division All-Star team in the Phoenix World Series. And during those seasons, he hit 429, went 36. 27 RBIs, 12 extra base hits, including 3 home runs and 23 stolen bases. When you talk about hitting for power, hitting for average, fielding, running, throwing, this guy was the whole package. Probably still is. Reminiscing a little bit, after a game at Redfree Field, he had played the Orioles. And Gary Stolberg approached me in the parking lot and said, he asked me if I knew that both he and Nelly turned 40 that year. And I was looking at my gear in the car, and I tried to act real nonchalant about it, like, big deal. But inside, I was thrilled. Because in my teams, it was always my goal, if I lost somebody, to try to get somebody that was as good as them. And going to Phoenix, it was always trying to improve the team, because when you go down there, the competition you play is going to be improved, especially before the national. So I was real thrilled about that. 2 years after that, some of my hopes came to fruition, as every time I edited the players, as I said, I wanted them to experience the exhilaration of winning in the highest division possible in Phoenix. In 1998, Nelly was a member of Sacramento MSBL National Division World Series champions. Nelly hit an even 400 with 11 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, and a .471 on-base percentage. In the championship game, he went 3 for 4, 3 RBIs, made an outstanding catch in center field to help preserve the victory against Phoenix. And you also saved the save for Jim. Okay, also in 1998, Nelly was selected as a member of the 40-plus entry in the World Nike Games. The team won the gold medal with a perfect 8-0 record. Nelly went 15 for 25, compiling a nifty 600 batting average. He said enough of his 400s. But sincerely, again, Lanny alluded to it. But when you find a complete ball player, he makes any team better. There's no question about it. And he certainly made my teams better. And it was a pleasure having you on my club.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, I'm sorry for last year. I know I was invited, and I was coaching a ball game. I got dressed. I went to the wrong place. So I went to the other spaghetti factory downtown, and then I went to the other one down on the freeway. No, so I tried to get here. I didn't make it, but I made it today. So I just want to thank, first of all, thank you. That was unexpected. Thank you very much. Thank everyone who voted for me, who I got an opportunity to play with. Thank you, Lanny, for those kind words. And I want to give a thank you, really for my career, which I started at the Roy Hobbs League. And I played for the Stars, and it was a great experience playing there. I met a lot of people. Really, that's where I really got my start into that new life of baseball, because at that time I just gave up baseball and heard about the Roy Hobbs League, did that, went to Florida, had a good time with some folks, played with Steve Meitner, he was our coach. There was one guy that I really wanted to play with while I was there. He was a model player that I sort of looked up to, and I was tagged him. He's one guy that I wish I could have had an opportunity to play with. The guy that I did want to face was Lee Jackson. Those are the two guys that at that time that were pretty good in the league, so I just want to give a shout out to those two. That was my experience with Roy Hobbs. And then I had an opportunity to play, as Lou was saying, in Arizona. And I met up with Jeff Long, Jerry Stonewood, and Gary Stonewood took me in. And when we talked about family, they made me family. And I owe a lot to those two over there. Thank you. I was going through some difficult time with my mom passing away, and they sort of took me in. So that was a great experience playing on the Orioles. They gave me up to face the Giants. That was a very tough competition, but we did that. And my experience with the Orioles was great. And that was my start of the Sacramento League. And it was new to me. The experience to go to Arizona was awesome. And again, I just thank those guys, the Orioles, all the fellas that I played with. Nothing but thanks and nothing but love. Then I met Lou. Lou, as he alluded, we met, played on the Giants, did the Nike tour, played in Arizona where we won some games. But the exciting thing is we weren't ever, at that time, the best team, but we were a team. And that was the difference of us winning against all odds. And there was some team. We would all sit in the room, like, you know how Dad used to always read the stories of Mommy? But we all got in his room, sit on the bed, and he would tell us some baseball stories.
I was Dad.
You were Daddy. Yeah, he was Daddy. We would sit there and listen to the stories and, you know, have a few brews and end up going to bed. But it was fun being with you, Jim. I really appreciate all the things you've told us and all the stories. And you're a fine gentleman. Thank you for all that. Jerry, thank you. Played with Jerry at Sacramento. We went to Florida, and Jeff Long was also part of that. I know Jeff's not here today. Again, those are experiences that I've always had. It's again, I look at baseball, my team as family, and sometimes that's the only family you got. You know, you spend a lot of good time with the guys. You hang out after the games and talk about the games, laugh and joke, and those were fun times. Fun times, and I really enjoyed those things. Then I played with King Chavez and the Tribe. You know, he asked me to come along. Kenny, thank you. And that again was another experience that changed my life. Playing with the team that he always assembled, and it was good. It was good. And I enjoyed those times. I miss those times, but I can reflect, and that's the good things. I'd like to thank, or should I say, I'll back up. I'd like to remember two of my buddies that I've known for years. I played college ball with Dennis Vegas, and it was sad for me. And really, that's probably when I didn't want to play anymore, when I heard the news. Competitor. And I'd like to thank you, Javi, for having me on the team. I enjoyed the time.